But yes, I posted my video. I got your boy Kevin Feige there. So I did want to kind of at least give y'all a little bit about going there and doing the premiere, because it's always an experience. Like it's one of those things that like this is one of the reasons why I encouraged I got Just My Opinions to come along with me, because he had never been to one. So it's one of those things where like I always feel as though if we have the ability to help others or to share things, share resources, share privileges with others, do it. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know. Like pay it forward, it was great. It was great having him there, and allowing him to experience what I experienced the first time, and showing him the ropes, because nobody really showed me the ropes when I initially got to my first premiere. Like I had to sit there and be in wait and watch mode, and observe and be like, oh, okay, like can we take pictures? Okay, no, maybe I'll do that next time. Or is it okay to record? So there are a lot of different things that like when you go to these premieres, because again, I don't live in LA. It is mad expensive to go to these things. And I was just saying this on a comment earlier. Nobody's paying for me to go to these things. Like my job don't pay for this. I mean, it is because I work 9 to 5, but I have to budget. I have to save. I have to budget. I have to put my money to the side. Every paycheck, I'm like, look, here go $50. I'm gonna put that on my little movie budget, and then I make the trip at that point. But the experience and the knowledge and the networking is really something good, because you get to see people, you get to talk to people, and that was all good, but yeah, like, so I'm walking down here, and shout out to my girl Jamie in the background. I don't know if you can see her right behind me, from Black Girl Nerd. She was there. So that was really cool. But yes, like on the red carpet, you do get a chance to walk, and like depending on the time that you hit the carpet, before they try and kick you off, you might see some celebrities. Now, what you don't see right here is the fact that there's a big old guard line like right between me and Paul Rudd. So it's not like I could just go walk up there or nothing. He's on the other red carpet. They got multiple red carpets all on one. So he was out there, doing his thing, promoting, and I'm sure they had other actors and stuff. But this is like where we get to walk in. We're going through the red carpet. This is for the press. They always have these little gimmicky things or whatever, which are kind of cool. Sometimes they'll have a car or whatever. And then, as you could see, I try to get y'all a little sneak peek. This is like the line before the line before the line. Like this is where the big TikTokers, if you big on social media and stuff, like way bigger than me, like a couple million views, subscribers bigger. You might be there on the early carpet, but no, the actual people are not there yet, like not the celebrities. They're on the other side, and then they'll have these fun little props and stuff, and little things that you could take pictures with and all that. And of course, y'all know I had to take a break for Kang. Of course, this is what I was there for. Yeah, like the crazy thing about this was the fact that a lot of people came in unexpected. And I'll tell you about that later. But the whole experience was like, I was used to going to these red carpet events, and they separate us, right? Like the press will go on one side, and the talent and the really important folks will go somewhere else. And the only talent that maybe might mingle with the press might be the people that are not involved with the actual movie. So, for example, when I went to Black Panther, I bump into Simu Liu, so like I bump into Shang-Chi. He's not in the movie, but he's watching it and he's with the press. So you will get people that kind of fall off on that side. And that's kind of like what I was expecting. But next thing you know, you got Bob Iger, like head of Disney, just there. I ain't never even heard of Bob Iger ever coming to a premiere. He might have, but I've never been privileged enough to be there. And the crazy thing is, he was like 10 feet away from me. 10 feet. All I wanted was just a picture, because I actually respect Bob Iger. Bob Iger, so far, shout out to him, by the way, because this is a guy who saved Kevin Feige from being fired, got rid of Ike Perlmutter because he just was anti-inclusion and diversity or whatever, and really just making Disney and Marvel as good as it could be, right? So shout out to Bob Iger for that. So I would have loved to be able to, but of course, as y'all know, in the video, Top Flight Security wouldn't let me, but I did. I was like, yo, Bob, yo, Bob. And I was like, tick, tick, got that picture anyway. Got the picture. I'll Photoshop myself in there later. But very, very cool guy. Either way, better than the other Bob that we had here. But and again, shout out to my man, just my opinion. He was definitely there, having a great time. I'm sure, again, go subscribe to his channel. Matter of fact, I hope I'm not going over his live right now. I'm gonna try and get out of here quick, but I'm sure he's got his experience up there. You could go check it out. I'm sure he has some great stories as well. But yeah, like I said, it was really, really dope. Just being able to collab, just being able to be to share that experience with somebody else. And it's just one of those things of like, man, like I wish somebody would do that for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I wish KevOnStage would hit your boy up and be like, hey man, come on, man, we gonna do this together. I'll be like, okay, Mr. On Stage, thank you, Mr. On Stage, thank you so much. I appreciate you. But no, it's all love and respect though. Yeah, no, we definitely was out there having a good old time. Yes, the security, I called him out, made sure to call him out. Yep, her too. They was on there because like at one point, what ends up happening is what they like to do is, even though the press get there, I'm giving y'all the whole skinny, so like y'all gonna feel like y'all know what it's like to be there. Y'all gonna get on the carpet, and then they're gonna hurry up and be like, all right, go to your seat. All right, now hurry up, go to your seat. And what they're trying to do is they're trying to clear the red carpet so that the real talent, Paul Rudd, Kevin Feige, Jonathan Major, everybody else can come into that area and actually, do interviews or whatever they do. I'm not high enough on that ladder to see what they do during that time because I'm usually getting pushed off the carpet. But your boy lingered just a little bit. I tried to hang out just a little bit during that time, even though they was trying to kick me out. But I did get a chance to meet Straw Hat Goofy, in case y'all didn't know. Great guy, great talent on TikTok, especially. Really good with the movie stuff. A fellow Recast T'Challa supporter as well. But super, super cool. Always got I met him at the Black Panther thing too. And that was really great. So it was dope to kind of link up with him right there. And then, yeah, like this is what I was talking about. Like you do get a chance to run into other talent that, you know what I'm saying? Like you might not expect. Like I didn't know Nikki from She-Hulk was going to be there. And let me just say, shout out to Ginger. She is so nice. So nice. Like this is, one of those type of people, like, you don't get that little stuck up type of vibe from them or nothing like that. She was so cool. She was willing to take pictures with everybody and she was having a good time. So that it was really nice to see her. You got America Chavez here too. She was really cool. Andre, the Black Nerd. I've been looking up to him for a long time. I mean, Andre was literally one of the very first Black YouTubers that I've seen years ago that I was like, oh wait, you can have Black folks be on YouTube and nerd out about this stuff. Like that's what representation is, right? Like representation is that. And I told him this straight up. I was like, bro, I wouldn't be here if it was not for you. I wouldn't have had the inspiration to get on YouTube and nerd out about comics and movies and stuff like that if it wasn't for him. So shout out to him all day. So glad to run into him. And of course, KevOnStage. I mean, this dude, when I tell you, it's kind of scary how much me and KevOnStage have in common, including our wives. When I tell you, like the whole dynamic between me and Mrs. E-Man is pretty much a mirror reflection of whatever they go through as well. Okay, so if you watch any video on KevOnStage's platform, that's us. Okay, that's us. The only difference is he's full-time with it, and I'm just not. That's the only difference. But no, he is definitely goals. What?
I want
What?
you to speak on that a little bit more.
What do
you mean, man?
Okay, fine. You want the examples and stuff. Okay, yeah. All right. The missus asking about examples and stuff. Kev just put up this video too. Kev just put up a video where he had to apologize to his wife because his wife put him on blast and said that Kev does not put gas in her car when she's on E. So Kev did exactly what I would have done. He apologized. He came on there and he said, I apologize for not putting gas in my wife's car that I don't drive, that she does not tell me when she's on E. But I apologize anyway, because I should have read her mind the whole time. And I should have had a sixth sense as to when the gas was going to be low on the car I don't drive.
Exactly. I said it.
This is what I talk about. This is what I mean. Okay. This is exactly Kev's frustration is my frustration. Okay. Anyway, just to give y'all a little something about what happened. So I met him on the carpet, and it was really cool. It was really cool. I was just, at first, and this is something that, I guess you kind of like, it's something you have to learn with experience. You have to kind of mentally check yourself, because sometimes, and I'm still guilty of it, sometimes you'll see someone that you have in high regard, someone that you really respect or like or whatever, and you'll just kind of be starstruck a little bit. And I was just like, oh my God. Like, yo, it's KevOnStage, because again, I watch this guy's content every day, all the time. So I'm like, Kev, what's going on, bro? How's it going, man? And he's super nice, of course, like super, super great. And it was so funny because, Brandon, just my opinion, was right there too. And, he was like, oh, hey, Kev, how's it going? And I was just so kind of like caught up in the moment. I came in there and I stole his dap. I was like, yeah, Kev, what's up, man? So Kev was like, he just stole your dap. And I was like, yeah, I had to double dap it up because I didn't know the next time I was going to see you again. I'm sorry about that. I apologize. You can go ahead and dap up just my opinions right there. So sometimes you just going to do dumb things when you just caught off guard. It happens. Okay, it happens. So yes, I stole the dap. I stole the second dap. I don't care. I have no regrets. But I can tell y'all this. Later on, while we was on the carpet, because here's the thing, I didn't know Kev was gonna stay there. Like, he was still on the carpet, and I was like, oh snaps, like, what do I do? Now, the smart thing to do, the smarter thing would have been, hey, you know what you do, E-Man? You go network. You go ahead and you give this man a business card. You go ahead and have this man know who you are so you can do some content or something. You go do the business. Is that what E-Man did? No. Is this what this Dap Stealer did? No. You know what I did? Hey, Kev, you want to see the Kang Gang stomp? Didn't I tell you that you do dumb stuff when you be starstruck? Didn't I tell you that? I walk up to this man. Once again, I have not had the opportunity to network or nothing. I'm like, nah, you got to watch this Kang Gang stomp. Look at my video, KevOnStage. Now, here's the thing. He did laugh. Okay. He loved it. He looked at it and he was like, why are we like this? And I was like, sir, that was actually me. And he was like, you did this? And I was like, yes, I did it. I'm like that. And he was like, this is hilarious. He loved the Kang Gang stomp. Okay. So listen, I was happy that, and I think it's always a win when you can make a comedian laugh. I feel like that's always a win in life. Again, yes, I should have done the smart thing. I should have networked. I should have gave him my number, something. But my dumb self wanted this man to laugh at the Kang Gang stomp. And it happened. So here we are. Okay. That's my KevOnStage story. Great guy. Glenn Powell. So Glenn Powell, some of y'all might remember him from Top Gun. He's recently been in Devotion as well with Jonathan Majors. And I was like, okay, it was kind of funny. So let me kind of paint the picture for y'all. Marvel had 2 lines, and one line was for the press to go put their phones away and stuff like that. Then there was another line where the celebrities were coming in. And the first time I saw Corey Stoll, remember Corey Stoll from The Strain? He was Darren from the first Ant-Man movie, the villain. And I saw him walking there, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I can't go there. That's the talent line. I can't do that." So then, I kind of creep up over there, and I talked to the security person, the person on the line. I was like, "Hey, can I stand here? Like, if I stand here, like, you're not gonna throw me out?" And she was like, "Nah, you good." I was like, "Oh, snaps. Okay, cool. Like, say less." So I'm sitting there, right? I'm sitting there, and then Glenn Powell's just walking. And I was just like, so Glenn Powell's like behind me, right? He behind me. And I was just like, "Hey, Glenn." And he looked up, and I was like, "You want to take a picture? You want to take a picture?" He was like, "Sure, man. Sure. Let's do it." So he took a picture. Super nice. Super nice. And I told him, I was like, "Hey, thank you so much. Hey, man, by the way, you need to be Booster Gold." Okay. And he was like, "Oh my gosh." I just talked to this other girl, and she told me the same thing. And I was like, "Do you know about Booster Gold?" He was like, "No." And I was like, "You better read up on it and go talk to James Gunn. Get your agent to work on this. That role is for you." Now, I've already told y'all it's really a role for Chris Pratt, but you can give it to him too. Let me tell you something. This guy, look at this guy. This guy got that all-American, white, blonde, in shape male. Like, you insert superhero character there. Glenn Powell could be Cyclops. He could be Booster Gold. He could be any character you literally want him to be. And he's a very good character, very good actor. Yes. He got the jawline, right? If you got the good square jawline, you in there. Okay, you are in there. So anyway, it was super nice to just meet him, and he was very, very cool and polite about it. And of course, come on now, we got the legend Bill Murray. Now, hold on, time out. I gotta do a pause. Let me put this disclaimer out there right now. I don't know if Bill Murray is caught up in some Me Too scandal or not. I have not done the research. Okay, I don't know. However, and I'm just gonna be real with y'all. I'm not gonna lie. Bill looked like times are ticking. And he's a Chicago guy. So for me, I was like, you know what? I can't let this opportunity pass me up, because I ain't never seen Bill Murray around Chicago, or at least I've never had that opportunity. So I'm like, I'm not gonna let that pass me up. Now, hey, if he is involved in any Me Too nonsense or whatever, I do not condone any of those actions. Okay? The picture does not mean condoning anything. Let me make sure I say that very clearly. However, from an acting side, this guy's a legend. Groundhog Day, Ghostbusters, come on now. Bill Murray is the man. So from that perspective, that is why I was like, yo, let me get a picture with this icon. Once again, super nice guy. Was even joking with other folks and everything. I ain't gonna talk about who he flirted with, but he was flirting with some of the other younger women, in there. But it was all good. It was all good. So I was super happy that he was able to take a picture. And then, of course, the Baskin Robbins employee, super nice, serving up ice cream. No, I'm just playing. So let me actually tell y'all what happened with this. I come in, and this is a little bit out of order, but I come in, and as I'm coming in, actually, no, I'm gonna save the story. Yes, I'm gonna save that story. I met Paul Rudd. Leave it there. Let me go to the next one, and then I'll come back to Paul Rudd later. But I will say this: extremely nice. Everything that you think about Paul Rudd in terms of like, oh man, if I met him in person, that's it. Super funny, witty, charming, all of that. Clearly, dude does not age. And he is definitely worth all of the attention and all that. It's great. Okay, so here I gave y'all Again, please feel free to go watch this video when you get a chance. This is my initial reaction right out of the theater. I already told y'all kind of how I felt. One thing I left out, though, one thing I did not mention was the post-credit scenes. There are 2 post-credit scenes for Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. And the one thing that one issue I've had is it's a shame, in my opinion, doesn't have to be yours, that the post-credit scenes are better than the movie. That should never be the case. I felt as though the post-credit scenes were better than the actual movie. In my opinion, when you go back and y'all look at all those movies that you guys listed in the comments before, I guarantee you not one of y'all are going to sit here and say the post-credit scene was better than that movie. No one's going to sit here and say the post-credit scene was better than Infinity War. It was better than the Endgame. Well, I don't even think they had one. It was better in like Winter Soldier. It was better in Civil War. Nobody cares if the movie does the job, right? The movie should always be, here's the thing. The movie should be your main course. The post-credit scene is just dessert, right? Now, don't get me wrong. You can have a great meal and no dessert. Everybody likes a little dessert. But I'm just saying, if your main meal is great, you satisfied, right? Now, if you have a main meal and you got a little dessert, man, you just had a great night. But the dessert don't always top the main meal. You're not paying more money for your dessert than the main meal. This movie, the dessert was better than the main meal. To me, that's how I felt about it. So that was kind of like my other reaction. I'll just kind of throw in there. Obviously not giving no specifics or nothing like that. I do have other issues with the film, but I'll talk about those in my review. I think that comes out on Tuesday or so, or Valentine's Day, whenever that is. But like while I was here, now here's the thing. I'm you see where I'm at. I'm right outside the theater. I'm minding my business, and I'm out here just recording my reaction just so that I could get to y'all. And this is how random stuff be at these premieres. And out of nowhere, the director just walks out. So I'm like, yo, we finna do an interview, bro. You know, I couldn't get, listen, I wasn't big enough to get an interview, but sometimes you got to make the best of your opportunities when they come up. So I was like, yo, what's up? You know, now here's the other thing too. As you could tell, like, you know, I'm fine with the movie. This movie didn't blow me away or nothing. So please don't confuse my questions for him as lying, because I'm definitely not lying when I say you gave me a lot of stuff I was not anticipating, right? Because I didn't anticipate some of the things that they said, but you know, you got to be professional with it. Like, I'm not finna be like, man, your movie sucked, Joe. All right, man, here you go. What you think? Like, I'm not, come on now, I'm not gonna do that. But I ain't gonna lie to you either. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, you know, congrats on finishing the movie, because that's a hard thing to do in the first place. You finished the movie, congrats. But let's not take that more than what it is. But I am happy that he was nice enough at least to give your boy just 30 seconds, you know, because again, that's not time. I wasn't gonna get it, you know. I didn't get any interviews for this, like, at all. But hey, I made the most of it. I got something, so I'm happy about that in you know, in itself. Now, what else? So now, okay, here we go. Let me tell y'all about y'all boy Kevin Feige. Now, here's the setup before this. Before all of this was going down, I told y'all that the party was kind of divided, right? The after party was also divided. The after party had like 2/3 was just press and everybody else. You get your little food, you take a little pictures, you talk with people. Okay, whatever. You get your drinks, whatever. But there was a certain section a little bit off to the corner where the VIP were, right? And I didn't know about this because, again, the format of this party was different than the other ones that I've been to. Matter of fact, I never went to the after parties of the other ones because I didn't get an invite. So I didn't know how these things work. I didn't know how they function. So everything for me is a learning experience at this point. So I hear from other people that are at the party, like, yeah, man, they got a VIP section over there, and da 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 da. And I heard that Jonathan Majors was still here. And I was like, yo, for real? Because again, Kang gang. And I was like, yo, that would make my trip. That would be everything. Cause like, I'm not coming here for nobody else. I was only coming for Kang. Y'all know that. So I was like, yo, I know that Jonathan Majors might dip out, because there was another time I went to the Celebration of Black Cinema Awards and Jonathan Majors was there, and I was so excited because I was like, oh man, I might actually be able to just talk to him, meet up with him, whatever. And he dipped out. He dipped out like real quick. So I was like, dang, man, like Jonathan Majors might dip out again. He might be gone again, So I was like, oh man, okay, you know what? I'm not about to let this opportunity go away. I'm not about to sit here and pay all this money, spend all this time and energy just to let this go away. So I was like, man, you know what? I don't care if it's VIP. What's the worst they're going to do? Tell me no, right? So I go up there, and as I'm going up there, now keep in mind, they don't really do this. I've never been to one of these things. I'm looking for Jonathan Majors. As I walk in and I turn the corner, bam, there go Kevin Feige. I was like, oh, snaps. It's the boss. And here's the thing. Ain't no security. I mean, there's a couple people talking to him, but like, I'm like, bro, is Kevin Feige just standing right there? Just like that? Nobody gonna stop me? I can go talk to him? Oh, snaps. Now, here's what y'all need to understand. I already told y'all what happened with KevOnStage. You don't anticipate, blah, blah. Same thing kind of happened here. I did not anticipate Kevin Feige being here. Yeah, Paul Rudd, Jonathan Majors, I get that. I totally get that. But Kevin Feige coming to this? When I tell you this, is because even when you look at interviews that happen, Kevin Feige doesn't even talk to everybody, right? Kevin Feige does not even talk to the main outlets that we are like Collider or whatever. Like, he will only talk to literally a very limited amount of people at all. So for me, it has been not even in the back of my mind that it was even a possibility that he would even show up at all. So I'm sitting here like, oh, snaps. Here's Kevin Feige. So I'm like, I have to go talk to him. I have to go say something, right? So I go up and I talk to him. Now, this is what y'all not going to see, because and shout out, by the way, to Just My Opinion Reviews for actually recording some of this, because in my mind, all my little tricks and stuff, they were out the window. I didn't think of that. So I walked up to him and I was like, hey, how you doing? My name is Emmanuel E-Man Noisette. And here's the thing. Let me stop some of y'all right now. No, I did not bring up recast T'Challa. And let me explain why I didn't bring it up. One, I didn't bring it up because I did not want to put him on the defensive, right? I wanted him to actually like talk to me. I didn't want him to be like, oh my gosh, you're that guy. All right, let me be closed off and not say nothing, right? All right, whatever. But then the other thing is, I didn't think it would be effective, right? Like, if I go up to him and I say, hey man, y'all need to recast T'Challa. Hey man, for what? Kevin Feige, first of all, I don't even think, even though I do say he's responsible for all decisions, he put that in Nate Moore's hands and Ryan Coogler. He wasn't about to get involved with all that. So here's the thing. Even if he did agree that T'Challa should have been recast, so what? You think this white guy with power was about to go against this traumatic Black experience of losing this actor and character? He was going to let the Black executive and director do all of that. And We already had that conversation with Nate more directly. So for me, I was like, there's no point in bringing this up, because at the end of the day, all that's going to do is do what? Stroke my ego that, hey, y'all, I talked to Kevin Feige and I told him recast T'Challa in his face. For what? That's not going to change nothing. He's not going to go back and be like, well, I talked to E-Man, so now we're back. Like, that wasn't going to do that. So what I ended up doing, again, because maybe I'll have an opportunity to talk to him again in the future, I want to leave a positive impression so that when I do have a more pressing conversation with him or pressing questions, he's not going to have his guard up like that. See, you got to play the long game sometimes. So this is where you see him talking to me, and I was like, hey, look, I do want to say that one of my favorite franchises was Black Panther, and it did encourage me to buy out theaters because Black representation matters. We had that conversation. I specifically told him, like, look, the diversity inclusion that you put in there, it matters. Okay. And it is something that as a film critic, as someone in this space, that I've tried to really, take to the next level and make sure that continues, right? So I did enforce the fact that, like, look, Black representation matters. And this is what it does for the kids and stuff like that. And when I do my watch parties, this is how they feel. So in the beginning of my video, when he said, like, wow, that's what he was saying wow to. When I was like, look, even for Wakanda Forever, even if I disagree with creative differences or whatever, it's still about what you see on screen and the representation. And then, of course, as you see, this is where he starts saying, like, yo, I like your shirt. And I was like, look, I'm the official leader of the Kang Gang, baby. He was like, Kang Gang? Kang Gang? Have you seen Jonathan Majors? And that's the part where I was like, he's here? He's still here? So I was like, okay, Kevin Feige, I'm done with you. Like, Kevin Feige, look, it was fun. It was fun while it lasted. But I came here for one purpose, and that was for Kang. That's it. Maybe another time. Okay? Maybe another time, Kevin Feige. First of all, I was not even prepared with any questions for Kevin Feige in the first place. Don't get me wrong. Right now, I got 50 questions that I woulda, coulda, shoulda asked him that I wish I had the moment just to ask one. Ooh, when I tell you, if I ever know that there's a possibility this man is going to be at the same place I will be more prepared. Don't you trust me on that? Okay, trust me. But I'm focused. I'm here for Jonathan Majors. Okay, so he said Jonathan Majors was here. So I said, okay, man. Hey, man, I gotta go. Thanks a lot, but I gotta go. So what ends up happening as I'm going through the party, and I see not only hold on, let me try and get back to it. I see a crowd, and it's Paul Rudd and Jonathan Majors at the same time. Jonathan Majors is hugging Paul Rudd, they talking, and there's a whole crowd around him. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, yo, this is awesome, right? So I'm making my way through the crowd. I'm going through, and I finally get like one or two people there. And I'm gonna be respectful. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna wait for them to finish talking. I'm not gonna bother them or nothing. And I'm coming through, and Paul Rudd looks up to me, and he was just like smiling, and I smiled back. And he was like, hey, how's it going? And look, everybody is, trying to get pictures and stuff. And, I got my phone and everything. And I'm just like, hey, how's it going? I'm smiling, and he's smiling back. And I was like, oh, okay. Thank you. Excuse me. Jonathan Majors, how's it going, man? How are you doing, my man? I'm sorry. I had to do the little swim move on Paul Rudd, but y'all, it was important. It was important. Jonathan Majors was there. And, it kind of reminded me of like that Chappelle show skit, where Chappelle's walking through and he just kind of put the hand on the face. Now, clearly I wouldn't do that to Paul Rudd, but I did kind of give him the swim move. I was like, hey, man, that's nice. Okay, now, but Jonathan, what's up, brother? So let me just say, I don't have the video for this. I wish I did. I really wish I did. But when I tell y'all, this man did just this. You see this expression how he's like, oh, when he saw the Kang Gang shirt, oh, this man went on for at least 10 seconds. Like, yo, this is dope. This is, oh my God, look at this. Kang Gang, Kang Gang. I'm sitting there like on cloud nine. I'm elated because imagine this. You're a brother. You're finally getting this push into mainstream. You're becoming a household name. And you finally see, before this movie hits, you see another brother. You see representation manifested. Okay, right here. This might have been the first time he's seen a shirt of himself on somebody. Okay, and I was just like, brother, I came all the way from Chicago just for you because it's Kang Gang all day. Okay, he was like, Kang Gang, Kang Gang. He was in. I'm telling you, he was in. He was in. And then, of course, you know, again, I wish I could have had that recorded for y'all. Oh my gosh. But no, it was definitely all good. And then, of course, you know, if you watch at the end of my video, my man, he had to make it official. Kang Gang is in the building. Okay, Kang, let me tell you something. Don't let nobody on social media fool you. Okay, Kang Gang started right here. Okay, this is the official ground zero of Kang Gang. Don't let nobody, I don't care if it's Ms. Minutes, I don't care if it's Marvel Studios, I don't care who it is. Kang Gang is a thing that started with the E-Fam, and this is it. Okay, and now we got the proof, because we always got to have receipts. We got the proof. Kang Gang is official. Y'all can go get y'all shirts. This is exactly the shirt that I wore at that point. It's all worth it. It's all worth it. So shout out to Jonathan Majors. I almost forgot. So after that, I talked to Jonathan Majors. I went back to Paul Rudd. I went back to him. You know what I'm saying? And you know, because I wanted a picture with Paul Rudd too. Like, I was like, yo, it's Paul Rudd. Like, he's great, you know. And I went back to Paul Rudd and I was like, hey man, about that back there, I apologize. I'm sorry. He was like, no, it's okay. You know, and we took a picture and I was like, yo, congratulations on the movie. You did a great job. And he was like, you know, and I was like, look, you know, but I came here for Jonathan Majors. And he was like, I can see that, you know. And I was like, you know, but Black History Month, you know, and he was like, I understand. When I tell you, this man is so funny, so great, so wonderful. It was definitely a good time. But yo, Kevin Feige done said Kang Gang. Jonathan Major said Kang Gang. It's on the map. It's on the map. That's all I care about. Trip complete. Had a good time. Like I said, go watch the video if you like, if you haven't already. But I am very, very happy about that whole thing. So yes, that's all I got for today, y'all. That's it. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Dang, man, I did not think I was gonna hit 3 hours, but here we are. But it was great. It was a great time. Shout out to Marvel. You know, shout out to Marvel for even giving me the invite. I definitely appreciate it, you know. But it is one of those things where, like, you know, you still got to make the best of it, you know, no matter what it is. But you let me know what were your favorite parts or anything about you know, the premiere that you enjoyed. You know, are you getting a Kang Gang shirt? Get you a Kang Gang shirt, okay? Please do. Listen. I feel like I be telling y'all stuff in the future before it happens, and a lot of times people don't realize it until it's too late. There's a reason why I created Kang Gang. Okay, there's a reason why I pushed this before it got popular. It's not gonna get popular yet, but it will get popular after this movie. Okay, because I just told y'all, and this was just based off of comic knowledge, not like I have any inside info, but I told y'all that the moment they cast Jonathan Majors, the acting was gonna sell this. But the fact that we're going to get multiple Kangs from multiple timelines and all like that, that's going to be huge. That's why it's a gang of Kangs. Get it? I'm telling y'all right now, y'all better get on this Kang gang now before it starts getting commercial. Okay? Because right after this movie, don't be surprised if this starts to pick up. Okay? Listen. Y'all been around here. Y'all saw how Ground Roots recast T'Challa was. Y'all saw how it was before it was trending. Next thing you know, national attention. I'm calling it right now. Kang gang will be a thing. Okay? It will. It's official now. If the president, Kevin Feige, said that, and Jonathan Majors, just say, go and get your shirt now. Go on ahead and get your shirts. Let me put that link in the description one more time for y'all, just so y'all get the stores, so y'all get all of the shirts. There you go. Hold on. Let me pop that link in there so y'all can get them, and y'all could be among the first that get that, and then make other people feel sad that they caught on too late. Okay. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. This was just a segment of one of my live chats, and if you're interested in joining in on the next one, be sure to subscribe and turn on your notifications for more. I've got more videos and reviews to do for you all, and until next time, I'll see you all later.